The tasting room at Boskidel Vineyard was housed in a barn, which also contained storage and a bottling area. Photo, Greg Tasker / special to the Detroit News. Lake Leelanau, Michigan, one of the oldest commercial wineries in northern Michigan, a small family operation known for its unusual varietals and quirky owner, closed this week, slipping into winter as quietly as the snow falling amid the rolling hills of vineyards and orchards on the Leelanau Peninsula. Around Christmas, the weathered Boskidel Vineyard sign was simply removed from its long-standing post at the corner of Otto and Lake Leelanau roads, the embers doused in the wood-burning stove that heated the barn tasting room for years, and the sloping driveway left unplowed. This winery has served its purpose, said Bernie Rink, whose vineyards of French-American hybrids began with experiments on the farm he purchased in the 1950s. I wanted to figure out which grapes would grow well in this climate and to make good, affordable wines. And I wanted to keep my boys busy. He did that and then some. Bernie Rink, 91, is the founder and owner of Boskidel Vineyard. Photos by Greg Tasker / special to the Detroit News. 42 years after Boskidel Vineyard became the first bonded winery on Leelanau County, Rink is regarded as a pioneer, a man who paved the way for other aspiring winemakers and who helped create a flourishing industry that draws tens of thousands of tourists a year to the Leelanau and Old Mission Peninsula's framing Traverse City. His modest operations, producing about 3,000 to 4,000 cases a year, remained unchanged over the years. The tasting room was homespun, a simple wooden bar supported by 6 wine barrels and quotes and signs, many of them handwritten, hung on the walls. There were no t-shirts, gifts, or souvenirs. And only recently, at the behest of his sons, were credit card transactions available. But, as always, if customers came without cash or check, Rink would tell them to pick out what they wanted and send him a check. The 91-year-old former librarian also became a well-known character in these parts. I can't tell you how many people have come in here saying they just got chased out of a winery, recalled Dan Mathias, owner of Chateau Fontaine, a 30-acre winery and vineyard west of South Lake Leelanau. I would ask Boskidel. And they'd say, "How'd you know?" When I asked if they'd go back, they'd always say yes. Bernie is a character, a brilliant character. He has lot of followers. The tasting room bar can accommodate just 8 customers. Photo, Greg Tasker / special to the Detroit News. He had no trouble turning customers away from his small tasting room, which could accommodate just 8 people at the bar. He barred tour buses and caravans, which sometimes bring dozens of people at a time into tasting rooms for bachelorette parties and other special events. His dirt parking lot was too small. Eating and drinking in the parking lot also were not allowed, and Rink chased away customers who violated that rule, even if they had just purchased wine from him. We became enamored of Bernie's stories and curmudgeon ways, said